And welcome back. It's time for the juniors to take the field here in the CSRA All-Star Game Classic presented by SUVtv. I'm John Morgo. Thank you very much for joining us. And now we've got the kick for the juniors, and it's going to be the American team, the team in red, receiving the opening kick. And they'll bring it up to about the 27-yard line. If you were here just about an hour ago, it was the 10th graders and the freshmen. 40-7 favor of the Americans, so the red team going to try to do well here. That was Ty King, number 10, junior from Jefferson County. The Dragons on the return. So the ball is going to be at the 28-yard line. Again, I'm John Morgo. Sylvester Williams is joining me here for game 2 of this triple header. And Sylvester, we got the juniors coming in. Probably going to see more of the same in terms of offensive and defensive production.
Yes, sir. A lot of spread offense. Look at that. It's starting off 4 receivers, 3 wide to one side.
Instead, it's going to be a draw to number 17, Condarius Tucker, also from Jefferson County.
One guy I'm kind of interested in seeing is number 3, Larico Williams from Josie High. Larico made the all-region squad out of Josie. You know, he plays wide receiver. They had him spread out wide, last man on the line. I'm kind of interested to see what he does.
Well, it'll be second down at about 7. Quarterback comes in, calls for the play. That's number 9, Damari Kelly from Burke. And he's going to take it himself and get quite a lot of yardage. Gets the first down past the 40 to the 42.
And you can see right there what a difference 1 year makes. You know, last game we had the sophomores, we had the underclassmen in there, and we didn't see much passing at all. We just saw straight down the field. If it wasn't there after one look, they pulled it down and ran. But now here you have a quarterback, a seasoned vet back there. He looked for a second option, looked for his third option, then he decided to take it and run.
Again in shotgun is Damari Kelly. Calls for it and hands it off to number 17, Tucker. Far side for Condarius Tucker. And getting back to the line of scrimmage is what he will wind up doing with 10:33 remaining in the first quarter. No score in this junior all-star game.
Noah Gerard on the tackle on the outside, right there bringing his man down. Big tackle by Mr. Gerard.
Americans in red, Nationals in blue. Americans going right to left here in the first quarter. Americans, and they won this team designation, won the first game. Your coaches for the Americans will be Derek Reeves, and for the Nationals, it's going to be Frederick Blount, offensive coordinator at Warren County. Very smooth drop back, fires a bullet to the near side and overthrows his man looking for Antonio Williams, a wide out from west side.
Now he has a nice arm. You saw how tight that spiral was. A good throw, and he threw it off his back foot because he threw it while he was stepping back. I like the arm strength out of the kid.
Yeah, again, that was a lot better throw, a lot better motion, largely because Kelly's got, as you said, Sylvester, a year of seasoning under his belt. And it'll bring up a third down.
Third and long, 3rd and 9, man. Big-time passing situation.
Well, the Nationals will be expecting it. Kelly sets out. And he's back to pass. He's got time. Now the pocket collapses, throws on the run, and finds his man. Now can he get to the line to where he needs to go? Ty King tries, but he may be a yard short.
But you know what, though? I like the composure out of that young kid playing quarterback. You know what he did? His first look wasn't there. He didn't panic, and he didn't just give up. He still kept going, you know, and he managed to find the receiver downfield. Didn't quite pick up the first down, but, hey, still a good play.
Still a good play. The other quarterback on the roster that we're looking at is the quarterback from Jefferson County, Chardrell Hayes. 4th down and maybe a long one. And they're going to go for it here in this situation. And even though it's 4th and short, it's still a shotgun formation for Damari Kelly. High snap, hands it off to Tucker, and Tucker will not get there.
Great defensive stand right there by the national team. 4th and short. Anytime you have a 4th and short, that's when it's time to man up. Want to show who's tougher. But, John, that's my pet peeve about high school football. What happened to the fullback?
Exactly. Why don't you go Why don't you go under center? Just try to do a little quick sneak, push them off the line for a yard, get that first down you need. Instead, you got to get it 6 yards with getting it in the backfield. So now it's going to be the Nationals' turn with it. Ball will be at midfield.
A reverse wishbone.
Kind of an unusual formation. And nothing doing. Quarterback is the quarterback from Grovetown, Taylor Youngblood. Number 18, he hands it off to Taima Lovett from Fox Creek. And Lovett will lose 2 back to the 48.
You know, a lot of creativity out of these coaches with some of these formations and play calling, man. But sometimes, you know, I would like for people just to dumb it down a little bit. Dumb it down. Give me an I formation. Give me something simple.
Second down at about 12. Youngblood calls for it. And another handoff to Lovett. Lovett's got some room past midfield to the 46. Maybe the 47.
The big boys, they're out there laying the pads. You know, you heard that smack all the way up here.
Beautiful day for football here in Evans, Georgia. 65 degrees is your game time temperature. Clouds have dissipated. There's still some up there, but we got a pretty good day for this junior game. The senior game will be coming up right after this one's done, and it will conclude our CSRA All-Star Game triple header right here on SUV.tv. So now it's third down and around 8 from the 48-yard line. The blue team with 3 in the backfield, and tackle jumped over. Looked like number 71, Chris Prescott, was the one who moved. He's from Fox Creek as well.
The young man wanted to get a head start on the action down there. But you know what, John? All the listeners we have up north, I want to laugh at you guys. It's 65 degrees out here.
Third down about 12, and snow on the ground in Detroit. Snow on the ground in Toronto, where the Hawks played yesterday before they came back to take on Charlotte tonight. So it'll be third down and about 12. Ball moves from one end of the 50 to the other. Got to get it to around the 40, maybe a little past to the 40. To the near side, one up top. Looks like they're going to do a spring. Here comes Youngblood. He's rolling. Running out of real estate, fires out of bounds.
But you know, even though that was an incomplete pass, I guess it's just a sign of the times now with these kids and these quarterbacks, and they're just awareness. He was smart enough to roll out the pocket. He knew where the line of scrimmage was, and he kind of flirted with that line of scrimmage before he managed to throw that pass on the run. I'm really impressed by the field IQ of some of these young kids out here.
He was chased by Jules Williams from North Augusta, Betravius Davis out of Lincoln, and Thompson High's Devin Randall. Now Youngblood will be going back to punt. And on the fourth down and long with 6:53 remaining in the quarter, to scoreless ball game. Both teams unable to do anything with their first possession. Now the Americans will try it again. Oh, kick from Youngblood, high spinner. And that's a live football, but getting it back, I believe, was the return. And that was Terry Bland from Richmond.
You know, anytime I see that, I'm often reminded. I don't know if you remember, it used to be a comic strip called Gil Thorpe back in the day, and Gil Thorpe was about a high school coach. And one of the storylines of the comic book was he had a punt returner who couldn't catch the punt, but he would always pick it up off the bounce and score a touchdown.
That was Larico Williams, number 3 out of Josie. Now, second possession, direct snap and a direct rush for Damari Kelly. He sheds one tackle, sheds another, and can't shed the third. Damari DeVoe bringing him down. But it's enough for a first, so the chains move at the 33.
First down.
So ball at the 33. They move the chains. We talked about some of the nice large people on the line in the undergrad game. This junior game has got some pretty big boys too. Tyrese Cohen, number 66. He looks like He's a pretty much of a load bearer over there on the line.
I'm telling you, man, I don't want to be in charge of his grocery bill.
A lot of time dancing. Kelly moves, gets underneath the pressure, and finds his man, Myrie Godbow.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, nice play to Godby.
On the scramble, passes
He's out of Josie as well.
Number 1, Godby.
Short of the first down will be, they'll give it to him at the 43.
That was beautiful. That's a display by a quarterback I like to see.
Yeah. Kelly with a lot of pocket presence. Didn't get rattled as looked like the pocket was collapsing around him, found the open hole, and was able to keep it alive to get Godby on the sideline. Just over halfway home here in the first quarter. Kelly will keep it on the ground. This is Jamal Norman from Lincoln. And Lincoln High School's running back gets stopped. He'll lose 1 back to the 42.
I think Norman was rudely introduced to the entire defensive front
Looked like it.
of the national team.
So it's 2nd and 10. They'll give him forward progress back to the line of scrimmage. Ball at the 43. Team taking their time in the huddle. Talking about the lineman, another person is 59, Marco Brown. He's from Josie. A lot of kids playing both ways on these squads. Kelly calls for it, sets up, backs up in the pocket, dances, now is flushed to the top side, now has to keep going, gets out of the arm tackle, there's a flag.
Face
Penalty markers on the
Not,
play.
the face mask may be called.
It's funny, John. Everybody on this side, we're on the national sideline, I guess you can say. Everybody on this sideline was shouting holding, and then you hear everybody over there shouting face mask.
Well, it's against the Nationals for a hold. Spot foul moves it closer to the first down, not enough, so it'll be at the 48, 2nd down and about 5.
I guess everything in life is based on your perspective.
Pretty much. So 2nd down and about 5. Damari Kelly has definitely definitely impressed us with his poise here in the first 6 minutes of this contest. 3 split out, but instead it's going to be Jamal Norman. Norman will pick up a yard.
And it looks like they're going to feed Norman. Just give it to him straight up the middle and just let him run with it.
Again, Norman from Lincoln High, and all these kids will be seniors next year. So this is pretty much the 2017 future of Augusta area football in this ball game.
This is one of the great things about a game like this, all end of the year all-star game. It gives you that one last chance to put some shine on your name, get one big exposure going into the offseason.
So 3rd and about 4 from the 49. We're under 4 minutes remaining in the quarter. 2 to the left side, 1 up top. Kelly looks, he's looking up top, and that's where he's going to go, the sideline route. And incomplete. I think he caught it out of bounds, looking for Godby again. And it'll be 4th down.
I think right there, that's one time he kind of locked onto that one receiver. That's one of those times where you want to realize it's 2 sides of the field. You got your left side and your right side.
Yeah, they probably had about maybe 1 or 2 practices just to get acquainted with everybody. And they had to meet at a central location because, again, they're still in school this week. Christmas break hasn't started. Kick by the Americans will take a nice bounce at the 20 and a nice American bounce down to the 10. So with 3:30 remaining in the quarter, still no score. And the Nationals will get their 2nd attempt to get some points. Right here on the SUVtv, John Morrow, Sylvester Williams, thank you very much for spending part of your Saturday with us in this All-Star Game Classic presented by CSRA and our fine sponsors. As we get close to 2:15 in the Eastern Time Zone. So it's 1st and 10 As Youngblood gets another shot at things. On the direct snap, and he's got nothing doing.
Nothing going on that direct snap. Right? And, you know, here's the thing about these all-star games. In these all-star games, you're going to have either a high offensive explosion because one team is just a little bit more talented than the other team, or you're going to have a defensive stalemate because one thing, it doesn't matter how long you're together. When you play defense, it doesn't matter who you play for. The same thing. Coach teaches the same thing. Tackle the man with the ball.
That was Malik Knowles on the stop. On the rush. He's from Richmond High. Second down, and they'll stop the play.
You know, because these all-star games, you got a week for a lot of these teams, these kids, to try to pick up a new coach's offense, an offense that they've probably never seen. And now they have to learn not only the plays, you have to learn the terminology that goes with those plays. So, you know, it takes a while in some of these all-star games for the players to kind of gel.
And we are at Evans High, home of the Knights, here in northwest Augusta. Want to thank them for their hospitality here today. Now we're ready to go after the procedure penalty. And that may be a safety. It is. First score is a safety as Lovett was tackled in the end zone. And I believe it was Davis, the guard, who tackled Lovett. An American on top 2-0 with 2:15 remaining in the quarter.
And see that right there, that's a direct result of not having a fullback and not being able to go under center. When you're that deep into your territory, you're that far behind the 8 ball, you need to be able to go up under center, hand the ball off to your fullback, or let your fullback burrow his way through there as the lead blocker so you can get a little bit of space to work with. But running out the shotgun and trying to run a toss sweep out the shotgun, I don't think I've ever seen that play work.
Not from there. Not from that far into the end zone. So now the Americans will receive a free kick. And they'll get a chance to tack on to this 2-0 lead. Kicking it is going to be Demore DeVoe. It's low, spinning end over end. Caught by the up at the 35. And Myron Godby will get to the 45.
You know, Godby looks like he was auditioning for Dancing with the Stars out there. You know, he's doing a little bit too much juking instead of jiving.
So just trying to get some extra yardage in that flight. Can only get to the 46. So the Americans will have their third shot at the football. They're up 2-0. They pick up a safety to get the first score of the ball game. And again, shotgun formation for Damari Kelly. High snap, but he's able to reel it in and get some yardage to midfield.
Ooh.
But won't get past midfield. Good tackle by 33.
33. Willerson on the tackle.
Quadrez Willerson. And it'll be second down and 5, maybe 6 from midfield. Team breaks the huddle. 3 wide up to the left side. Antonio Williams is in the middle. And the back is Godby. But Kelly's looking deep. Fires out of bounds. He had Godby all alone in the flat.
I'm telling you, if he would have came back to the other side of the field, Godby was all by himself.
Late flag, might be roughing the passer. And that's what it's going to be. It's going to get bailed out by the roughing the passer penalty.
And it's sad because Godby was by himself in that flat. But, hey, we'll take the first down any way you can get it.
Yeah, they'll move it to the 35. So it's at the 35. We got a minute 17 to go here in the first quarter. 2-0 American. And they just got bailed out by a roughing the passer penalty. Late hit on Damari Kelly.
You know, that's an interesting formation right there. The trips in really tight.
Instead, they go off tackle to the other side. And good room there for Tucker. And Tucker will pick up a healthy gain of 5 yards. Maybe more. Second down and about 4.
I like that Clendarius Tucker showing a little burst of speed, trying to get to that corner.
Tucker, running back from Jefferson County.
And, you know, that's one thing. You know, the American team, it doesn't look like they have huge backs out.
Kelly calls for it. He's got Tucker right next to him and gives it to him. It's a mirror play. Same one as the last one, only going to the opposite side.
Oh, he got a clip right there. He hit his man dead in the back. It was a clip.
Tucker on the carry once again.
Dwaylon Coleman, number 2, was in the stop, but I think he might have been the one that got clipped.
And, you know, that's one thing dealing with these wide receivers. Once you can see the back of his jersey, you got to let them go. You know, a lot of kids, you know, they want to help out. They want to be a good teammate and continue that blocking. But as soon as you can see the back of his jersey, can't do anything to him anymore.
Yep.
Got to let him go.
Well, they'll redo the down, and the ball gets moved back to the 36. It'll be second down and 11. Ends. They just get it off. Kelly, back, rolls, directs, throws.
Oh, beautiful.
Nice comeback for the football.
That's a beautiful pass across his body, John. You saw how he was rolling to the right and threw it back across the field. That's beautiful.
That's Demore DeVoe with the that is number 10 on Ty King with the reception, and that'll do it for the first quarter. The Americans get a safety. They're up 2-0. We'll have the second quarter after this on SUVtv.
The 2016 CSRA All-Star Bowl Week broadcasts are brought to you by ASAP Performance, Sports Academy South Inc., Next Level Athlete Training, Lineage of Champions, and Internet Auto Outlet Company.
Second quarter about ready to start. 2-0 favor of the Americans. They pick up a safety. And we got a flag in the backfield. And let's go downstairs to Danielle. Well, we'll get Danielle in a moment. After the procedure penalty, it's 1st and 15. Ball will be at the 22-yard line. And the American squad pick up a safety with 2:15, tackle in the end zone. And they're trying to cap on more points. Another flag after that snap, and Kelly chasing the backfield. And he's brought down. But a flag flew in the middle of that play, which would indicate a holding penalty. And let's see if one will be assessed.
False start.
Oh, false start, but they're going to decline that. Now I think we have Danielle downstairs.
Hi, it's Danny Jackson, and this quarter has gotten out to a slow start. It's just a 2-0 lead for the American team over the national team. And right after the American team scored their points from a safety, the national team actually went offsides, and then they let that safety happen. And the coach pulled them to the side. He said, "Look, guys, there's no need for us to be rushing. There's no need for us to be panicking. We shouldn't be getting offsides calls. You guys know the snap count." He was talking to his offensive line, and he told them, "Guys, just settle down." And coaches are urging players, "Hey, guys, keep playing hard, and we'll be where we need to be at the end of this game." Sending it back to Sly and John.
Thanks, Danny. Now, evading one tackle is Damari Kelly. Finds his man, Ty King. Ty does a curl to get around it and gets out of bounds at the 20. Need a lot of yards, gets back to the 21, but good play by Damari Kelly to make something positive out of that.
Damari Kelly, man, the more and more I watch this kid, I'm just more and more impressed by him. The way he's scrambling around, and he's not one of these kids who, as soon as that first receiver isn't open, he pulls it down and takes off. He's taking his time. He's eluding pressure, and then he's finding the open man. I get more and more impressed by this kid the more I see him.
Well, the Americans are going to take a timeout with 11:06 remaining in the second quarter, and they're up 2-0 here in this football game. And I just want to mention to you that go to www.internetauto.outlet.com and sign up for their holiday giveaway. Simply submit your email address on their blog page and enter for a chance to win a $300 Visa gift card. That's www.internetauto.outlet.com. John Morgan, Sylvester Williams here. Thanks for staying with us. 2-0 is your score as we just begin this quarter number 2 here in this All-Star game. The juniors taking center stage. We'll have the seniors after this one at approximately 4:30 to, well, probably closer to 5.
You know, John, I got mixed feelings on a day like this, John. You know, I'm happy because I got some football to sit out here and watch and call, but I'm sad because it's going to be my last game I'm going to call of the year.
Yeah, they'll be going to spring. Although, interesting now that in the spring practice, they changed the rules of the GHSA. We'll get to that in a second. We got a new quarterback, and he's going to air it out to the end zone and incomplete. He was looking for Ty King. That is, as I was talking about earlier, Chardell Hales from Jefferson County. The new rule that you can actually schedule a scrimmage opponent to end summer drill or spring practices.
Okay,
in the state of Georgia. So that is just went into effect for this season. I know a lot of coaches wanted to have some sort of event like that rather than the typical inter-squad game, so you can actually have that. So that'll be something new to look at when we get to spring practice. Field goal attempt, and this is going to be a pretty big kick, maybe a 38-yard attempt. And it's straight, but I'm not sure it's got the distance. It does not have the distance.
And he didn't judge his step. That right there, that's the difference with a kicker who's not used to working with his long snapper and his holder. You saw he actually had a penalty on that play. He actually took a half a step before the ball was snapped, and it kind of threw off his timing a little bit on that kick.
I think that was Larico Williams, number 3, the wide receiver from Josie.
I think if he gets a chance to do that again, I think he'll nail it the next time.
10:52 on the clock, so the ball goes over on downs. And it'll be the Nationals' turn with it at their own 20. Youngblood, an all-region selection at quarterback. Hands off, and there's some room there. Past the 25 to about the 27.
And, you know, a team who just got a safety the last time they saw the ball, that's how you kind of build your team back up. You know, just a hard run on the inside, nothing fancy, nothing crazy, just man-on-man blocking, and just prove, hey, I'm a bigger and better man than you are.
That was Tamaya Lovett, who was tackled in the end zone, the running back from Fox Creek. It'll be second down and about 3. Youngblood in the middle of that triangle formation. He'll hand off to Lovett. Lovett bounces to the near side and trying to get room to get the first. I believe he got it. Tackled from behind by Jamal Norman.
Number
There you go, and that's that old running back drill right there, putting your hand in the ground to keep your balance. And that's what happened. I think he might have been tackled a little bit short of the first down, but he put his hand in the ground and just kept on going. Managed to pick up those last couple of feet.
Ball placed at the 34, and that's where they'll reset the chains. First down and 10 for the Nationals. Again, young blood from Grovetown. Diamond formation, whiteout split left and right. Calls for it. Fakes the handoff, goes back, fires on a post route, and complete.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Yeah, nice catch by Dalton Barnes. I'm sorry, by Brashawn Willis out of Evans.
Number 80, Willis on the reception.
And that was a beautiful play right there. But you know what, though? If I kind of want my quarterback just to lay that one out a little bit further, because if he lays that out further, that's 6 points.
9:30 on the clock. Ball moves into the opposing field territory at the 35.
Now we're saying great quarterback play in this game.
Yes, very impressive with the quarterback, especially the precision and the poise in the pocket and the nice tight spirals that they're throwing. It's going to be Lovett again, and he does a good job staying upright to the 20, knocked out of bounds at the 15.
And once again, putting that hand in the ground, you know, showing that balance. And those are some of the little skills that running backs work on every day in practice. You work on that drill where you put your hand down in the dirt and keep your balance. And, you know, a lot of people say, well, Coach, why do we have to do this? Coach, why do we have to do this? Well, there's a prime example of why you do that every day in practice.
Timeout called on the field. 9:07 remaining. 2-0 Americans. Nationals are driving here on SUV.tv.
The 2016 CSRA All-Star Bowl Week broadcasts are brought to you by ASAP Performance, Sports Academy South Inc., Next Level Athlete Training, Lineage of Champions, and Internet Auto Outlet Company. The 2006
Back to live action. Out of the timeout. Nationals driving. They got the ball at the 15 of the Americans. 9:07 remaining. Trying to answer back after the Americans are up 2-0. John Morgan, Sylvester Williams, and the rest of the SUV crew here from Evans High School for this All-Star game. Youngblood calls for it and blowing. It was a draw, I believe, to Shamar Caulfield, number 34.
That's number 89, Randall.
Oh, it's Devin Randall, I'm sorry.
With the big stick.
Devin Randall blew that thing up on the inside. The big man got pressure and got in the backfield and caused a whole lot of damage.
Loses a couple. Back out to the 20.
Sometimes the big defensive tackle likes when he can just lay on the running back. Just lay on top of him.
Well, that's what he did there. 8:30 remaining until intermission. Second down and about 13. Youngblood will call for it. He's got Lovett behind him. And they're going to whistle the play dead as Dedrick Lewis was in motion. And I think people were lining up in the neutral zone.
Flag goes against the national team.
Yep, that'll back him up some more. So the Nationals going the wrong way here as they try to get off the schneid, so to speak. It'll still be second down. With 7:54 and counting. They're being a little more liberal with the clock than in normal games. Youngblood fakes, fires, end zones, got a man, and complete!
Oh, he called him out of bounds. Oh, my goodness.
Looking for Willis. Willis. Yeah, he was out of bounds on that play, but he did a nice job of eyeing that pass, and he has got a couple of inches above his cornerback.
But you know what I love what Willis did? He caught that ball with two hands. He didn't wait for it to hit him in the chest or, bounce around. He went up and he actually made a play. True enough, they may not have given him the touchdown, but I love it when a receiver goes and makes a play.
So it'll be 3rd down and long.
I'll go right back to him. Why not?
Youngblood changing things at the line. He'll move one of his wideouts over, but still a relatively empty backfield. Now here's Lovett. They're going to give it to him.
Ooh!
Ball loose. And even though Lovett didn't, I believe that was number 25. Yeah, Malik Joyner who caused that.
Malik Joyner was not fooled at all. He was waiting on that jet sweep to come around that corner. And as soon as the running back got the handoff, Malik Joyner was there to force the fumble.
And it's a turnover, 7:28 to go. And the Americans recover for first turnover of the ball game. Now the Americans take over, still up 2-0. Only points in this ball game is safety, back at 2:15 of the first quarter. Trying to do something with it. And that might have been a busted play. Shardell Hales. Nothing there. He just kind of grabbed the ball, and the way he was running with it, he held it out in front of him as he was running with it, so I'm not sure if that was what he meant to do.
Yeah, I think he was trying to hand it off or at least fake the option or something. But either way you put it, he only got 1 yard.
2nd down and about 9.
Wasn't too positive, whatever he did.
Hales. He's got 2 on each side. He's looking to the far side. Now he's going to look to the near, but everyone's covered, so he's going to try to run. Slipped a little bit, and you got to be careful when you slip like that. That's how you blow an ACL. Goes down, but he's okay. He'll pick up a yard or 2. Moves it to the 20, and it's 3rd down and about 7.
Completely different quarterbacking style you have in the game now.
6:23 and counting here until intermission. 2-0. 2 on each side. On the top, you got Larico Williams and Ty King. Stacked at the bottom. I believe that's Dawson Lose is one of them. Hales going up top, and that's a wounded duck.
Oh, great catch.
Great catch by Ty King. That ball was underthrown, but he had to come back for it, and it was coming straight down, and King jumps at the right time and was able to pluck it out of the air before the defensive back to make an interception. It'll be a 1st down into national territory at about the 35.
That's one of those plays quarterback has to go out after the game and buy his receiver a hamburger or something. Show him some appreciation for that catch.
So it was a pretty good one.
He sat up there and he went up and he actually took the ball from the defender. And like I was saying earlier, like Willis did, I love it when my receiver makes a play.
Does there, and it gives the Americans some room and some pretty good field position at the 40. Hales, outlet screen, complete to Williams. And Rico Williams hit hard, but he will hold on to it. That's close to a 1st down at the 36.
That was just a result of a guy trying to go up top and trying to jump and get some more yards. And then you got a strong DB or a safety coming up top. He's going to say, hey, no, Jack, you don't want to go up top on me.
Well, they will move the chains. So 1st down and 10 and around the 30. 5:48 and counting until intermission. 2-0 Americans here in the Junior Bowl. Shardell Hales has been the quarterback this series. And he'll go to Tucker. Tucker goes low under a tackle and gets put down after getting a yard or 2.
Number 17, Tucker on the carry.
Brings it to the 30.
That short gain will bring up
Second and 8. Second and 8 at the 30. And the offense taking their time in the huddle. Now they break it. 78 is Waylon Bell out of Harlem. Another one of those big bodies on the line. Hales fires over the middle, and that's complete. And a nice move around the ref. Ty King used the referee as an extra blocker, just goes around him, and is able to get positive yardage to the 15.
You know, sometimes, you know, the ref is a part of the field, and that's what, you know, these young kids have to understand. The ref is a part of the field, so you can use, if you can use him as a shield, use him as a shield.
And that's exactly what Ty King did.
And as a matter of fact, if you ever get too scared, you can go and stand behind him and say, blow the whistle, blow the whistle.
Well, you got to put your knee down first, then tell him to do that. All right, so it's 1st and 10 at the 15. And there's Tucker trying to cut left side, nothing going.
Oh, yeah, that defensive front from the national team, they weren't having any of that.
That was Zach McGee from number 57 out of North Augusta. Loses a couple, it'll be 2nd and 12 with 4:17 to go until intermission. 2-0 Americans. Only points of this game has been a safety. Americans looking for some more. But that first down play didn't yield any positive results, and now they got to try it again on 2nd down. Second down and about 12. Hales fakes, looks, another one over the middle, same route as before. The referee's in a different place. Let's see if that's Ty King again. Nope, it's number 1. That's Myron Godby.
But, you know, that was a strong pass across the middle. I mean, I'm talking about he planted his feet, and he just drilled that one in there for about that 10-yard curl route, a 10-yard in route. Drilled it in there.
1st and goal at about the 5. First and goal about the 5. That's Tucker in the backfield with Hales. 2 on each side. That's Sean Foreman on the far side, but it's going to be Tucker. Tucker's going to get close. And they'll whistle the play dead. He got in, I think. Oh, we got some extracurriculars.
Once again, you know, the teams warmed up on the opposite side of the field. They didn't get to tell each other hello. You know, that's all. They're just down there introducing themselves. Hi, how you doing? My name's Joe. My name's Tom, you know. Just introducing themselves. Let them know, hey, how you guys doing today?
Well, we're going to have offsetting, unsportsmanlike conduct penalties. I don't think Tucker got in. But there again, there was some blocking going on afterward. 3 minutes exactly remaining. So it's going to be 2nd and goal from about the 1.
You know, it's strange, you know, a game like this is not really much to fight over. It's no bragging rights or anything like that, so I don't know why you're really mad.
It's going to be a direct snap for Hales. Flag flies in. And he did not get in, but false start. Wouldn't have counted anyway. So Americans will be whistled for the false start. They'll be backed up 5 yards.
And right now, the American team, you're going the wrong way.
You know, penalties have been a problem for both squads.
You know, that's the thing. You start to get down low. You get tight right there in front of the end zone. You're in that 1st and goal, and you're in that what we call and goal range. You got to make these things count.
Sports Academy South Incorporated utilizes sports fundamentals as the catalyst for life skills development, higher education, and community involvement. Train our youth to achieve the height of their capabilities to be leaders in sports as well as in life. To make a positive impact in our community and our world, visit www.sportsacademy.south. Tucker on 2nd down, met hard at the 5 and brought back.
Who was that leading the way?
33,
Well,
Willerson, and with a number of national players to stuff the run.
And I don't think we have his name.
Brings
That's
up 3rd and goal.
that's not Willerson. Willerson's 34. 33. We don't have 33's name.
mhm.
I think at the beginning of the game, the beginning of the week,
Right.
Willerson was 33. Yeah.
So it's
Cofield. That was Cofield.
3rd and goal. Hales on the direct snap. Tries to go left side. And he's in. Touchdown, Hales.
American team.
And that makes it 8-0 with 1:21 to go.
3,
Touchdown.
Chardell Hayes.
You got a big boy like that. Your quarterback's a big guy like that. You know, he can follow behind those 2 blockers, those 2 running backs or 2 blockers. He can follow behind those kids and just follow them straight on into the end zone.
So the point after now to make it 9-0. Kick is up, and it's good by number 14, DeMonte Green. It's 9-0 now with 1:21 to go until halftime here on the CSRA Junior Bowl here on SUV.tv.
The 2016 CSRA All-Star Bowl Week broadcasts are brought to you by ASAP Performance, Sports Academy South Inc., Next Level Athlete Training, Lineage of Champions, and Internet Auto Outlet Company.
Well, after the Hales direct snap and touchdown, 9-0 favor of the Americans, giving them a little bit of comfort zone as we approach intermission here from the CSRA Junior Bowl. End over end kick will land at the 10. Coming to the 20, 25, 30. And that's where the tackle will be applied to Donovan McClain, number 16.
Looks like Antonio Williams was the first one down there from the American team to make the tackle.
So let's see if we're going to have Youngblood or another quarterback. Looks like we're going to have another quarterback. Might be Mario Sumter out of Laney. And that is who it is. So Sumter in for Youngblood. And on his first possession, he'll hand it off to Robert Coney from Jenkins County. He'll go right side, and we got a late flag.
Coney came around that corner and lowered his shoulder once he got down there.
Now the back judge threw that flag in. As now the seniors have shown up. He'll participate in the final game today.
You know, it must be nice to be 17 years old guys out here. And one guy walking by eating a hot dog, a chili dog, and got to play a game in 2 hours.
Now the flag will be assessed against the Americans, so it's going to give the Nationals a first down and move the ball close to midfield, actually on the other side of it, the 49. Suddenly the Americans are a little bit in business with 1:06 to go until intermission. Sumter calls for it, and oh boy, there's a huge rush coming right at him. Basically unblocked was Travius Davis.
Yeah, Travius Davis, he just ran straight in.
I believe he was looking for Willis. He was.
And on the defense.
and Mario Sumter couldn't quite get his legs under him to make that throw as strong as he wanted to because he was feeling all type of pressure from the American front.
So there's 7 seconds remaining. And this will probably do it for the first half. Last play of the half, more than likely. Will Dorn checks in, number 11. He'll be going out to the top of your screen. He's out of Augusta Prep. They use an extra receiver instead of the diamond formation. Sumter with a quick toss to Willis on the sideline. Willis in the 45-50 trying to do a little block for him, and that's going to do it for the half. So the American squad gets a safety in the first and a touchdown in the second, and they're up 9-0 as we get to halftime here from the CSRA Junior Bowl here from Evans High School in Evans, Georgia. And Danielle Jackson stay with us. Danielle Jackson's going to get a coach to talk to. And I believe she's getting the coach of the national squad. That would be Frederick Blount. So now let's go to Danielle.
Hey, it's Danny Jackson here with Coach Frederick Blount for the national team. And Coach, in that first half, what were your overall thoughts?
First, we had to get the jitters out. A lot of these kids haven't played in a month or two, and we got to get the jitters out. And once we get those jitters out, I think we're gonna get on the road.
Okay, and you're down 9-0. How do you go into this halftime and get your kids refocused and get them to come back out here and be ready to go again in the second half?
Defense is playing good, so we just got to keep the defense up. Offense has to get going. Luckily, it's only 9-0, so I don't think that'll be a hard thing to come back from.
Thank you, Coach.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Send it back to you guys.
All right, thanks, Danny. 9-0 is your score. Americans, we'll have the second. We'll be right back with more here on the CSRA Junior Bowl here on SUV.tv.
The 2016 CSRA All-Star Bowl Week broadcasts are brought to you by ASAP Performance, Sports Academy South Inc., Next Level Athlete Training, Lineage of Champions, and Internet Auto Outlet Company.
face. Board.
All right, thank you, Coach. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
Thank you. Back to you.
The 2016 CSRA All-Star Bowl Week broadcasts are brought to you by ASAP Performance, Sports Academy South Inc., Next Level Athlete Training, Lineage of Champions, and Internet Auto Outlet Company.
Second half kick as we return to live action after the intermission breaks and go to the Nationals. Cutting to the near side is Taima Lovett. And Lovett will go out of bounds or will be tackled by one of the Nationals assistant coaches. They'll mark him out at about the 43-44, so a pretty good pickup for Lovett, one of the few bright spots for the National offense. They're down 9-0. Got a safety. The Americans got a safety in the first quarter, 2:15 remaining when Lovett was tackled in the end zone by Davis. And then it was a Hales 5-yard rush, and that made it 9-0.
It just seems like the National offense is just having a time trying to put things together. It just seems like the National offense is having a time trying to put things together. They're having decent. Oh my!
And Sumter slips in the backfield.
They're just snake bit. It seems like.
Well, that's what Frederick Blount was talking about during the when Danielle was talking to him during halftime. You know, these got to settle down, got to run their plays, run their offense, and just stop trying to push things, rush things.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you just have to let the game come to you. And here's the thing about these All-Star games: you're going to see the play clean up a whole lot in the second half. You know, a lot of these times they'll start to gel and they'll come together. And watch the play ends up being a lot smoother in the second half.
Well, we can only hope that's the case for the Nationals. Second down and about 15 after Sumter was slipped, and we're going to have some movement on the line. We'll whistle the play dead with 10:59 remaining in the third quarter. Still 9-0.
5-yard penalty.
Or I could be completely wrong and the play could get a lot worse in the second half. Either or.
Either or, right. So they'll back it up 5 more yards. Second down and about 19.
You know, I think I might be slightly disappointed it's such a good day outside.
It is. Sumter with a quick toss to the screen. It's a good pass. He finds Norfie Royale.
That's a great individual effort right there.
What
Was that number 13, Antonio Williams?
Williams on the tackle.
Antonio Williams coming up making the tackle.
Royal from Glen Hills. Didn't get much yardage, though. Maybe a yard or two. Still going to be 3rd and long for the Nationals with 10:30 on the clock here in the third quarter. So 3rd down and about 18 or 19. Sumter in for Youngblood. This is came in last series in the second quarter. Now going first series here. A lot of time and incomplete. He was looking for Dodrick Lewis, number 30.
Pass falls incomplete. Lewis, the intended
And
receiver.
39, T.J. Williams was in coverage.
You know, you want to give a lot of credit to T.J. Williams. What he did on coverage on that time, he used that sideline and he used his body. He didn't put hands on the receiver. He just used his body to kind of guide that receiver to the sideline as he ran stride for stride with him and let that ball kind of fall in the middle of the field. That's a great job of coverage by young Williams.
4th down, and the Nationals will have to kick it away. And another flag. It's a short kick, but takes a very good National bounce. And they'll be down at the 30, but let's check the penalty with 9:57 to go.
I think that's going to be that illegal substitution. You had the gunner just run straight onto the field. You know, he didn't join the huddle or, you know, he just ran straight to his position. Last man on the field, so they're going to call that a legal substitution. I think, and I could be wrong, but I think in high school football, if you don't have enough men on the field, in order for you not, well, they call false start. Completely wrong then. They call false start.
And they'll replay the down, so it's 4th down again. So they'll redo the punt here on 4th down. Good call for the Americans, forcing them to re-kick because they got a pretty good bounce, did the Nationals. So they back him up 5 yards, and we'll do it again.
That's a lot better punt.
Trying to advance and won't be able to as the Americans. And that gunner came through, 22. And that was Lovett.
Lovett's had an impressive game. You know, on the offensive side, he had some impressive carries. As a running back, he's showing some skill. That was a special teams player.
So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 35. That's where the Americans will take over. That's probably, I think they get maybe a yard or two, not much difference.
That's a great open field tackle, you know, as a special team.
Quarterback. There's a hands off to number 5, Savoy Rushton out of Westside. And Rushton will get a couple.
And, you know, he had a nice 5-yard pickup, and boom. And I think that's what that American team wants to do. They're going to hit you on the inside. They're going to pound, pound, pound. And then one thing I like, they'll use that play action to get the quarterback kind of on the outside and find the open receiver.
So it'll be 2nd down and about 5. Rushton again. He'll get the 1st down, pushing it to the 45 to the 47. So good play by Savoy Rushton.
That's number 5, Rushton with the carry. That'll be enough to move the chains.
Chardrell Hayes again is your quarterback. Hales. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 49 with 8:55 remaining here in the 3rd. Hales has got Rushton right next to him. And Hales from Jefferson County. Hands it off to Rushton, who's going to try to go in the middle. He'll spin out and get a lot of running room. And bringing him down in an open field tackle is Demore DeVoe
Again, number 5,
from Allendale Fairfax. Flag down near the point of near the line of scrimmage. Block in the back against the Americans. This will come part of the way back, not all the way.
Allendale Fairfax. It looks like they went across the state line to get Allendale Fairfax.
Yep.
South Carolina team there. This is the only one.
Yeah, the only one I've seen. We might have one in the Senior Bowl coming up at about 5 o'clock.
A lot of talent right there across the border. You get North Augusta, Aiken, South Aiken. Those teams kind of in that CSRA area.
The carry will still be enough for an American team.
It is still enough, even with the rush, it's enough for a first down. Even with the penalty yards tacked on, still be good for a first. With 8:09 remaining in the third quarter. Hales fakes, now will roll, throws, looks, and it's going to be broken up.
It's a reason that kid plays on the defensive side of the ball. It's a reason he's a DB and not a receiver, because that should have been 6 the other way almost.
I think that was Noah Gerard, number 25, out of Fox
That pass
Creek.
is broken up by number 25, Noah Gerard.
Second down. There's some people right in front of us from Fox Creek High School, so they're pretty happy about that. A couple kids from Fox Creek here today. Second down. Another high snap. Loses the football. That might be a turnover.
Like the little rugby scrum up underneath, trying to figure out who has the ball.
They're still fighting under there.
You know, one thing I like, you see the difference in the levels of football. Those NFL referees, they actually get in the pile with the players, trying to figure out who has the ball. High school say, we don't get paid that much. We're not going down there.
Well, it'll stay with the Americans, as Hales was able to come up with it. But it's third down and 15. Third down, 15. Hales calls for it, gets it, fires into double coverage. Gerard looks at it and just can't hang on to it.
Once again, that's number
Cameron Hughes was also there for the Nationals, but Noah Gerard got a beeline on it, just could not come down with it.
And right there, you hate to put the blame on somebody, but you got to put the blame on the quarterback on that one, because his wide receiver, he had his man beat. He had a step on him, and if that quarterback can get that thing out there, if he can lay it out there, that's 6 points.
Fourth down. And the punting unit comes on, led by number 14. Looks like Lovett back at his own goal line. They don't rush. Lovett's going to come up, and he'll get a fair catch and be downed. The ball bounced up and hit Deshaun Foreman in the backside. And that's where the Nationals will set up deep in their own territory with 6:50 to go, down 9-0.
Now it's time for the national team. They have to put something together. 6 minutes, 50 seconds to go in this third quarter. Now you want to look and see what's actually been working for them. You got to kind of figure out what's been working. And let's try to go back there. But I'm pretty sure the American defense will have their say.
Oh, I think Youngblood's back in. He is. There go to Lovett. Lovett's going to drag a man down, or drag a man behind him a couple yards. I don't think he got much, maybe one.
And that's a back right there who didn't want to mix it up with the big boys inside. I think that play was designed to go in between the tackles, and Lovett wanted to kind of bounce it to the outside. He had a running lane inside between that guard and that tackle, but he wanted to bounce it to the outside. And sometimes you got to run the way Coach drew it up.
Well, they were ready for him, so second down and about 9. Youngblood again steps back. And we got movement on the line. Movement on the line, so let's check that out. It's going to be against the Americans, so I'll make it second and short.
After the 5-yard mark off, it will be 2nd and 5.
See if the Nationals can capitalize on that gift. Here comes Lovett to the near side. He'll get the first down and a little more. Going down, he might get all of it. Nope. Godby brings him out into American territory at the 38.
And you know, it's funny, man. Who am I to talk? That's what I wanted to say something about him trying to push it to the outside. Here he is. He pushes it to the outside and picks up 35 yards.
Well, it puts the Nationals in business, but they've been in business a couple other times, have not been able to score. Let's see what they can do here with 5:35 to go in the third quarter, down 9-0. Youngblood steps back in the diamond, or the triangle. Here's Lovett, and Lovett up the middle. Gets 3.
Right now, I think they found something that works with Youngblood, and they're going to keep on feeding that guy.
Yep, Youngblood and Lovett pretty much are the main threats here.
And now here's a dangerous time. Watch Youngblood on the play action. They've hit Lovett a couple of times with an inside run, with the outside run. Now that play action may be wide open, second and long.
Let's see if they do decide to go play action. Youngblood calls for it. He goes to his fullback. There is a fullback, but number 34 is going to meet Devin Randall. That's Quadrez Willerson.
With the big stick. Ball carrier was number 34, Shamar Cofield.
So Willerson meets him and is stopped. Third down and about 5, maybe 6. Clock continues to turn. We're at 4 minutes now left in the third. Again, a 9-0 American lead. They do a fake, and they're trying to do a screen, and said it's going to be a bounce pass. Intended target was Mandy Ogletree from North Augusta. And instead of bounce pass, you saw Youngblood hand off to his left, but Lovett was to his right. But I think that was just a design misdirection. He was eyeing that screen the whole way.
Mm-hmm. And the thing about that quick screen, I don't like the play action look off that quick screen because that defensive end is coming in, he's unblocked because that tackle's going out to block the cornerback. So that defensive end has a full head of steam. And if he doesn't bite on that play action, lights out for your quarterback.
Yep. Now. Coming to the near side.
Ooh.
Ball gets popped out. This will go Americans' way. Ball popped out of Coney. And now here comes, this is Devin Randall. And Randall will not beat that person. Caught at the 10.
You love to see the big defensive tackle rumbling and stumbling down the field, but he didn't quite have enough juice in him to make it.
That was Youngblood who knocked him out. And that was Devin Randall.
But I think it was a big stick by Larico Williams that popped that ball loose. I think Larico came up and laid the contact on the running back and boop.
Ball was out. 3:25 to go here in the third, 9-0. Now Americans got a chance to put some more on the board. This is Kelly again, Damari Kelly. He'll take it himself. And let's see, did he get in?
Number 9.
He did.
Kelly.
I think.
Yes, sir. Damari Kelly, he got in the end zone.
Yep, so touchdown American on the first play, making it 15-0. With 3:16 remaining here in the third. Extra point is good. So 3:16 to go. It's now 16-0, favor of the Americans here in the CSRA All-Star Game Week, presented to you by SUVtv.
The 2016 CSRA All-Star Bowl Week broadcasts are brought to you by ASAP Performance, Sports Academy South Inc., Next Level Athlete Training, Lineage of Champions, and Internet Auto Outlet Company.
With 3:16 left in the third
16-0, American on top
16
of the National here in the Junior Bowl. Middle game of our triple header here from Evans High School in Evans, Georgia. Senior Bowl coming up next. As the American team are slowly starting to pull away from the Nationals. They converted the fumble into 7 points. They're now up 16-0. Kick it to the up back. A lot of room for Coney. A lot of room, and he's going to take it to the house as Robert Coney will bring it in, and that'll get your team going.
That'll give something. That'll give something on the national sideline. These fans a reason to stand up and cheer right there.
Yep, Robert Coney takes it 70 yards on the kickoff return, and that makes it 16-6.
Kicking it to the up back, and he'll just take it straight up the middle, showing a little bit of power getting through the line, and then just a burst of speed at the end to go ahead and take that thing on in for 6.
Extra point now. Let's see if they go for 2. Looks like that's what they're going to do, trying to make this a one-possession game. And that's exactly what the Nationals are going to try here.
It's an interesting formation.
Looks like they're going to direct snap to Lovett. Timeout, though, called. Americans want some time to think about it, to analyze it. Looks like they're going to direct snap to Lovett.
I know you get creative down here on these 2-point conversions.
They want to make it a one-possession game, get it to 8. Kicking the extra point would still keep it at two possessions. So again, trying to get to an 8-point lead. So let's see what they try here when we come out of this timeout. Again, we'll have the Senior Bowl coming up. Approximately 5 o'clock here on SUV.tv. It is. Well, it's going to be Lovett. Knowles is in the backfield. As they are going to go for it here. Looking for it. They'll put Knowles in motion. They fake to Knowles, and Lovett's going to get in there.
2-point conversion is good.
It's good.
That brings you the score. American team 16.
So that's going to make it 16-8.
Now we got us a ball game here.
Yep.
16-8. You know, one possession, you score, you go for 2 again. It's a tie game.
But they're going to have to hold the American squad on this next possession.
And you know what, though? The Nationals team defense didn't do a bad job playing defense. They didn't do such a terrible job. They're not doing a bad job playing defense. It's just the offense just couldn't put it together.
Right.
But that's why there's 3 phases of this game. When your offense can't pull you up, hopefully your special teams can pull you up.
And that's what happened there. So 3:05 remaining in the third quarter, 16-8. And they're going to kick it away. So Robert Coney Jenkins County with that kickoff return. Onside kick, but I'm not sure this is going to work.
The big man with big hands right there, Trayvon Leverett.
Side attempt is recovered by the American
Yep,
team.
number 51
First and 10.
out of Lincoln High. He'll fall on it. Couldn't quite get to it as it went 10 yards, but they escorted it down. Had an open look for it, and they were able to fall on it. So first and 10 with 3:05 remaining here in the third quarter. Hales has to sky for it. And the rush by number 32, Norman, picks up 5.
Norman's played a pretty impressive game, just barreling his way forward. He hadn't done anything fancy. He hadn't done anything super special. He just runs forward.
Gets it to the 40, second down and 5. Clock ticks. We're at 2:35 and counting. Second down and 5. Norman again, but they'll stop the play. I thought I heard a whistle.
Once again, that's what Norman does. Norman is just barreling forward. He'll pick up 3 yards on that carry. Now you got third and very short. It's nice to have a guy like that in your backfield.
Yep, we were bemoaning the lack of a fullback. Looks like they got something there. So third down and short with 2 minutes remaining. 16-8. Nationals got a touchdown on the kickoff return, got the 2-point conversion to make this a one-possession game. Ty King split off at the bottom. This is going to be a direct snap to Kelly. Let's see if he can make the corner. He does. And that will be close to the first down. I believe he gets it.
It'll be real close. It's one of those things where those chain crews, they're earning their money over there.
Yep.
First rule of chain crew, drop the chains.
Carry will be enough to move the chains.
And he said it will be enough. So first and 10 at the 45 with $1:30 remaining.
And now the sun is shining directly in front of us.
Yep, it's getting lower in the sky, so we can just get through the end of this game. It should be behind the trees or underneath the trees in time for the 5 o'clock Senior Bowl.
Might have to take the jacket back out again.
Probably. Well, temperature will dip when the sun goes down. First and 10 at the 45. Kelly keeps it himself, and we'll get 2 or 3.
High.
And it'll be third down and short with 4 seconds remaining. And once they start the clock, this will do it for the third quarter. So now they break formation. Third down and about 2. Looks like we will get this play in.
Look for a run off of the right side over here.
High snap. That's what they're going to do to Norman. Norman will pick up a yard.
You know, being an old defensive lineman, anytime you see the offensive line come to the line and he talks to the guy right beside him, 9 times out of 10 the ball is going right there. Where you youngsters out there playing offensive line, if you don't have it in the huddle, don't worry about talking about it on the line.
Well, it's 16-8, and we'll have the final frame after this here on the CSRA Junior Bowl, powered by SUVtv.
The 2016 CSRA All-Star Bowl Week broadcasts are brought to you by ASAP Performance, Sports Academy South Inc., Next Level Athlete Training, Lineage of Champions, and Internet Auto Outlet Company.
Starting the fourth quarter, 4th and short. They're going to go for it and not get it. Savoy Rushton caught from behind. And the national team gets the ball back and a chance to tie this ball game down 16-8 with 11:51 remaining in the fourth quarter.
You know, and we don't know this. I think his kid's named Cofield, 33. I think he's Cofield. We don't have him in the roster, but he's in the running for the defensive player of the game.
He is.
He's been on a lot of tackles, but we don't know his name.
Well, yeah, Shamar Cofield out of Grovetown High. We think that's him, 33. Because Willerson got pushed to 34. So it might just be a simple matter that they exchanged jerseys. 1st and 10 for the Nationals at the 48.
He's been all around the ball.
Sumter, hands off.
Ooh, helmet went flying.
To Tamia Lovett, nothing doing. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage and we'll be second down.
Somebody lost a head holder out there. A lot of lumber being laid out there on the field.
So it'll bring up second down and 10. Ball on the near hash. Nationals in blue. Sumter. He's got time. Now he winds up. And unable to hang on to it is Malik Knowles.
You got to catch that one. It's
right there.
Close game like this, you got to catch it. But, John, he hit him in the worst place possible.
Right in the hands.
Right in the hands.
Jaden Robinson was closing in, number 37 for the red team. That would be the Americans. They're up 16-8. They picked up a safety. And 2 touchdowns since then. A couple of defensive stops. Hales with a score in the second quarter. And then Kelly with the score. So the 2 quarterbacks getting in on it.
Ooh, I do not like that on 3rd and long.
No, Sumter with a direct draw. That's Jaden Robinson, 37. The Nationals, they were helped by their special teams. Conley with a 70-yard kickoff return for a score. Lovett got in for a 2-point conversion. That makes it 16-8, and that's where we stand right now with 11:03 and counting in regulation. Again, we'll have the Senior Bowl coming up after this. Approximately 5 o'clock. Just keep check your local SUVtv video stream. Conclusion of a triple header here from the CSRA All-Star Game, All-Star Weekend. Now they're going to go for it on 4th down. Sumter, and then we'll take the back end of the triangle formation. Here comes the rush from the blind side. They block for him. Now we'll throw it into double coverage, but getting a step and unable to bring it in. Looks like Antonio Williams.
Antonio Williams on the defense. He did a good job of getting his hand in there and trying to kind of poking that ball loose.
Turnover on downs. The Americans will take over with decent field position and 10:21 left in the ball game. They're up 16-8.
You know, a lot of people, they look at that cornerback position and they see Deion Sanders and they say, okay, I need to get interceptions. I need to lead the league in interceptions. But what a lot of people don't realize about Deion, when Deion played, Deion never led the league in interceptions. You know, he just dominated his side of the ball.
Right.
You know, He got there and he knocked the ball loose. No one could catch anything on him. And that's the mark of a great DB. Sometimes you just get an interception just by standing in the right place and turning around.
So the Americans take over, 1st and 10 at the 48. Hales is back in, working the fourth quarter in substitution of Damari Kelly. He'll take it, immediately go do a bubble screen, but they're going to do a flea flicker, and it's complete down the field, and a nice play to number 10, Ty King, and this is going to go for a score.
Oh,
but I think it's coming back.
The double pass was there. Pulled a little bit of chicory out of the hat.
Yep, illegal forward pass.
And you know, when you run that play, it is imperative. The only way it'll work, the only way it'll be legal is if the wide receiver takes 2 steps back. If the wide receiver just turns in his spot, it'll still be a forward pass. But in order for it to be a backwards pass, the wide receiver has to actually take about 2 or 3 steps back so the quarterback can throw it back. And then running everything out of the shotgun, the wide receiver might have to take 4 or 5 steps back.
Right. So it's a very difficult play to execute out of the shotgun to make it legal. And they couldn't do it there.
But this is an all-star game, Mr. Ref. You got to let some things slide.
Well, now they have to reset the scoreboard. They already posted the 6 points. So they got to get it back to 16 with 10:10 to go. It'll be second down 15. Hales fakes, now fires, looking for King. Got him. That's a first down.
And you know what? That was a great play call by the coach. They faked. They looked like they were going back to the same play, and this time they just faked it.
Right.
Great play call.
They still get it to King, so King does get his reception. And it's first and 10 at the 41. Now they'll move it to the 39-38 now. $9:50 remaining. And Hales gets out of 1 tackle. He'll get positive yardage, close to a first down, past the 30, maybe short by a yard.
You know, Hale showing he's the running quarterback out of the 2. You know, he has nice size, big body kid, and that first arm tackle won't bring him down. You gotta wrap that kid up. Got to put some shoulder pads on.
I believe that was James Garnett out of Augusta Prep. Credit with the tackle. Second and short. Second and short, but Hales is going to throw. Hales with time. He's got a man. Complete on a crosser. And touchdown. Touchdown to number 1, Godby. And that makes it 23-0.
Nice pass. I like how Hale dropped back, took his 3 steps. He dropped. He planted his feet. He aimed his shoulders, and he just rifled it on in there. And then the great thing about the receiver caught the ball.
Caught it in space in the soft underbelly of the zone. Now the extra point. It's up. And it's good. 8:59 to go. In regulation, the American team pulling away. It's now 23-8 over the Nationals here in the CSRA All-Star Weekend. Well, after the extra point, kickoff for the Americans. Nationals send 3 back. They're down 23-8. Now, remember, they got a 70-yard return by Connie, who was one of the up backs. This one, I'm sure, is going to go all the way to the deep back, and it does. And coming to the near side, there's room there. Trying to make the corner. Can we do it? We have 2 in a row? Nope, they're going to pull Malik Knowles out close to midfield.
Malik Rose, junior from Richmond High. Richmond High, he came and hit that corner and he was gone, man. You know, and that's one thing about these guys when it comes to special teams, you basically have to want it. You have to want to be a good special teams player. And he had a couple of lead blockers out there on that return team who opened things up for him. And that's what it comes down to. You just have to have a bunch of guys who want it. That's the only way you'll win the special teams battle.
So ball at midfield. Nationals down 23-8. They're still in this ball game. They'll have to get a 2-point conversion if they can score, but their offense has not scored. And Lovett's going to backpedal across midfield after he gets out of the first tackle. He'll pick up 3, and he'll bring up a 2nd and 7.
You know, we're getting close to that time. It's about 8 minutes, 30 seconds to go in this ball game. It makes you kind of wonder, we're going to start giving away those player of the game trophies.
Well, we're going to have to start thinking about it. A lot of different people who would be eligible.
Looking for some real standouts for that Internet Auto Sales player of the game, offensive player of the game, the Internet Auto Sales defensive player of the game, or the Internet Auto Sales MVP.
2nd down 7. Bad snap. Youngblood keeps it himself, dropped it, bounced back into his breadbasket, runs forward, and is down. Malik Joyner from Hebzibah, number 18 there. It'll be 3rd and 11.
I think they had a little mix-up on the handoff, and, you know, that's one thing. You're running that option. When you run that option, they like to ride that player down in there, and it's a lot of room for error on the option.
3rd and 11.
That read option. You know, it's funny how times come along and times change and evolve because, you know, I can think back to the early 80s when the wishbone was it. Everything you ran was the wishbone. And then people went away from that triple option. Nobody runs the option except Navy and Georgia Tech.
And Marist.
And Marist.
3rd down and 11.
But now you have everybody going to this spread option.
Well, once the defense figures out how to stop it, we'll go somewhere else. Now another Lovett. He'll stay in bounds, get the 1st down at the 41.
But, you know, it's funny. All the offenses come and go. But the good old wing T never goes anywhere.
Wing T still being utilized by Reinhardt University up in Waleska, an AIA school. It's at the 39-yard line, 1st and 10. They lost in the semifinals of the NAIA playoffs 2 weeks ago. Missed out on the opportunity to go to Daytona Beach, which is where the finals are being held.
Not a bad spot to go if you can make it.
Nope. Stadium actually is not on the beach. It's over by the LPGA course, within shouting distance of the Super Speedway. 1st and 10 at the 39, 6:13 remaining. Youngblood trying to bring his team back, but he's running out of time. Youngblood, good snap, fakes, drops back. Nice pressure. Now he's got to spin away from it, and he'll dive or slide inbounds. Good stop by 41, Jalik Nicholson from Thompson.
And right there, Youngblood made one cardinal mistake. When he went to the sideline, he tried to spin back in and he lost his balance. And not only did he get tackled for the loss, he stayed in bounds. You know, a time like this, 5 minutes, 30 seconds to go, you're down by a good bit. It doesn't hurt to just go out of bounds and stop the clock.
2nd down and 16. Dustin Barnes comes in to play the tight end. And here comes the rush. He's hit as he throws it, but still complete to Royal. Down the far side, he'll get a lot of yards. Not enough. It'll be short by maybe a yard or two. But it will be close enough for the 1st down that the Nationals will probably still go for it with 5:01 to go.
Well, that was a great individual effort by Royal. They tried to set up that little swing screen pass. They tried to set up that screen pass, but Royal the ball got out there way before his offensive lineman got there, and he just took it and could get and tried to get whatever he could get.
Well, he did get the first down, so they awarded it to him.
He ends up getting the first down out of it.
Ball at the 30. So Nationals trying to come back. They're down 23-8. They got one two-point conversion, and they're going to have to try to make something out of nothing. And here's number 18, Youngblood. He's still alive, but he's going the wrong way, and he'll go back to midfield. So rather than just try to heave it, get an incomplete pass, and a little slow to get up is number 89 for the Americans, Devin Randall, who had that fumble recovery back in the third quarter. And he's back in, so he must have gotten some oxygen.
You know, that's one of those times where Youngblood, he could have just thrown that ball up. You know, he could have just thrown it out of bounds. Not thrown it up, but thrown it out of bounds.
Right.
They kind of saved it down. But once again, you know, a lot of this comes down to that football IQ and field awareness. And that's what I try to stress to these youngsters when I see them. It's not only good enough for you to be a good athlete or a good player. You need to have that football IQ to go along with it.
Second and long. Second and about 28. 3:35 on the clock. Youngblood with the safety screen.
Oh,
and it gets blown up. Nice catch by Dedrick Lewis.
Antonio Williams
It's
was waiting.
Antonio Williams again, right? He might just be in line for the defensive player of the game.
But you know what? That's the type of play you want to set Antonio Williams up on. This has probably been his third time where he's come up on that quick pass to the outside and buried the wide receiver. A play like that, he's sitting there, he's waiting for a hitch and go. He's waiting to get set up for a hitch and go. So I would love to see them next 3 minutes if they can come back and get Antonio Williams, find out what type of defender he really is.
Loses another 5. So it's third and about 33. Sumter back in. Sumter doesn't see anything. Sumter winds up, throws, and intercepted.
And it hit the receiver dead in his hands.
Dead in the hands. However, coming up with it, number 25, Cale Postal from Harlem High. And with 2:31 to go, that might just be it for this ball game.
You gotta make that play. I mean, it hit him dead in the hands, and he was ready to turn upfield. You gotta catch that ball.
So 2:31 on the clock. The Americans just need about a first down or two to run the ball game out, and they'll win this one 23-8. Not as emphatic as the 40-7 that we saw in the underclassmen game, but still never in doubt. Americans get a safety in the first quarter, and then Hales runs for a touchdown and throws for a touchdown, and they'll call timeout.
So right now, I'm looking at Hale as that MVP.
Yep, that looks possible. That looks like a good, relatively good call. I want to tell you now that this ball game, this presentation of the SUVtv, is brought to you by Internet Auto Outlet. Go to www.internetauto.outlet.com and sign up for our holiday giveaway. Submit your email on our blog page and enter for a chance to win a $300 Visa gift card. And we're also brought to you by Sports Academy South Incorporated. They utilize sports fundamentals as the catalyst for life skills development, higher education, and community involvement. Train our youth to achieve the height of their capabilities to be leaders in sports as well as life, to make a positive impact in our community and our world. Visit www.sportsacademysouth.com. First and 10 from midfield for the Americans, and they're just going to try to keep it on the ground, get a first down, grind this ball game out. Ooh. And number 16 that is Jimmy Thomas from Jefferson. He'll get a first down. Moves it to the 37.
Jimmy Thomas just moving it on along. So now let's look out. Who do we have so far?
Well, we got Hales for the offense, maybe Antonio Williams for the defense.
Yes.
And
I would put Hale as the MVP.
Yeah, Hales is the overall Internet Auto Outlet MVP. So we just need an offensive Internet Auto Outlet MVP. But since probably give it to Damari Kelly, because he did get that other touchdown.
Yes.
Now, Hales steps up in the pocket, steps into a double team and goes down. That's Emmanuel McDuffie, number 31, out of Cross Creek. Terry Bland out of Richmond. We're under 2 minutes, 1:45 to go. Again, we'll have the Senior Bowl after this. So stay with us here on the SUVtv network.
Who did you say we were probably going to go with for defense?
Well, let's get this play in. Hales overthrows everything. That could be an intercepted. No, I think no, he did hang on to it.
He did hang on to it.
That is DeMaury DeVoe with the interception with a $1.19. So the Nationals still in this ball game as DeVoe picks it off. And that is the first interception for the Nationals. Again, comes with a $1.19. I thought we were going to go with Williams.
Yeah, that's right. Antonio Williams on the defensive side. He came up, he made some big stops on defense.
Ball will be taken out to the 20. But the Nationals got 79 seconds to do something to try to get 2 scores.
In offense, we still kind of
the overall
Kelly maybe.
The
quarterback.
The overall probably going to be Shadrell Hales. Because he's got involved in 2 scores. Well, it'll be either him or Godby.
And I like Kelly from the first half when he played quarterback. He did a great job in the first half. So we'll stick with Kelly. We'll go with Kelly.
All right, so the outlet pass looking for Lewis on the screen, incomplete. Clock stops with a $1.14 remaining. Nationals trying for some swing passes to get out of bounds, but they're going to have to go downfield eventually. And they're here with the trophy, which looks like a mini Super Bowl trophy.
Nice trophy they're going to give out for these guys for winning the MVPs of the game. I mean, the player of the game and the defensive player of the game, offensive player of the game, and the game MVP.
So 2nd down and 10 with 1:14 remaining. Sumter. No, and he's not going to be able to get rid of it. And that's going to keep the clock moving. Sumter caught in the backfield by number 62, Betravius Davis, who might actually be in consideration for that defensive because he was the one who tackled Lovett in the end zone and got the safety.
Yeah, you know what? That is,
we're under 23 Royal, and I believe that was Godby coming up. Playing both ways, wide receiver and cornerback.
This was a tale of the national team just could not get going on offense.
Their only score, the kickoff return by Coney. 70 yards, it went to the up back. And Lovett was able to get in on a 2-point conversion. But that's all they've been able to do. So it's 4th down now. Fourth and a lot. Sumter, 4th and about 17 points. And maybe more if Sumter can't get out of the end zone. And Royal went down hard on the carpet in the sidelines. And hopefully he's okay. But you got to be careful because he's running full tilt on that grass. Then you hit the carpet. And looks like he's all right. He gets up. Yeah, he's okay.
The young man, he knew he was going to be on the camera. He wanted to pose a little bit for camera time.
7.5 seconds to go. Ball is across midfield at the 48.
But that was a great Houdini-act over there by Sumter to get out of that pressure and to throw that thing deep.
So 1st and 10 at the 47. And Coming in is Will Dorn. He's going to go in the backfield and now get his assignment split up at the far side of the line. Sumter's looking that way. He's flushed up, throws on the move, and it's out of bounds. Incomplete, looking for Ogletree. From North Augusta, that would be in the South Carolina side of town. Now there's 2.7 seconds remaining, so this will probably be the final play of the contest. 23-8 is your score. Again, the Americans picked up a safety in the first quarter and 1 touchdown in each successive quarter. Hales had a hand in 2 of them. Ran for a score, threw for a score to Godby. Kelly rushed for another one. So this will probably do it. Sumter lines up in the point of the diamond. Fakes, winds up to the far side, and incomplete.
And that'll be the ball game.
That'll be the ball game. He was looking for 30 Lewis, but Lewis couldn't get far back enough, and there's your final. So your final score in game 2 of our triple header. Americans win it again, 23-8 over the Nationals. They will have a chance to sweep the triple header with the Senior Bowl coming up in approximately 1 hour from right now. But we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have the trophy presentation, and Danny Jackson will have words with some of our winners. So keep it where it is here on SUVTV's coverage of the CSRA All-Star Game Weekend, presented to you by Internet Auto Sales and Southern Academy Sports.
The 2016 CSRA All-Star Bowl Week broadcasts are brought to you by ASAP Performance, Sports Academy South Inc., Next Level Athlete Training, Lineage of Champions, and Internet Auto Outlet Company.
CSRA Bowl number 23, Hales.
Marcus King here, and I'm talking in the mic.
here with the internet auto sales players of the game. And to my right, I have Damari Kelly, the defensive player of the game. And Damari, tell me what it feels like to just be able to play in a game like this.
It's a huge honor. Just know that we're the best of the best playing against another whole team.
And you got defensive player in the game going up with some of the other great defenders in the state and in your county. And how does it feel to just kind of separate yourself and become the defensive player of the game?
Again, it's an honor.
What you do to prepare for this game?
Cool and practice, boy. We practice in all kind of conditions this week. Fall, it was raining. It was just a hard week of preparation.
Okay, thank you. And the offensive player of the game right here next to me, how is this game different? How was your preparation different from this game than, say, a region game?
I just got to meet new people and play with new people. You know, it was it's just different. Playing with new people.
Okay, and you all had like a week to prepare for this game, and you come out here and just turn the horses on and do what you need to do in order for your team to get a victory. And like you said, you get to play with new people. How does it feel, like I asked him, to just kind of set yourself apart? You're in an all-star game. You're already around other good players. So what does it mean to you to be able to represent?
Oh, it's an honor. In the beginning of the season, I wouldn't have thought I'd been here, but it's an honor to be here.
Okay, thank you. And right here I have the MVP of the game. Okay, I'm going to call him CJ. And CJ, just tell me about your feelings for being in this game.
I feel blessed. It's an honor. I'm thankful for my coaches and these coaches, which I just met this week. And I was thankful for the opportunity to play in this game.
Okay, and like, what'd you do differently? Because this is a team you haven't been playing with. It looked like you were pretty comfortable out there. I mean, what was your game plan?
Just had to adapt and know how to play with different players that weren't normally my teammates.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Thank you.